Imagine being born in the shallow embrace of sunlit waters, surrounded by swaying seagrass, colorful corals, and the gentle rhythm of the tides. Today, you will enter the fragile yet extraordinary life of one of the ocean's most unique and mysterious creatures, the seahorse. You come into the world in the shallow embrace of coastal waters, no larger than a grain of rice. Your body is unlike that of most fish, for you are not covered in scales, but in bony plates that form a kind of natural armor. It is this unique structure that gives you resilience against the constant flow of the ocean currents. And yet you are delicate. Your long snout, shaped like the face of a miniature horse, defines your name and makes you one of the most distinctive creatures in the sea. From the very start, you are not like others. While most fish dart swiftly and freely, you float upright, carried gently by the water. Your prehensile tail, coiled like a spring, will one day anchor you to corals, seagrasses, and sponges, preventing the ocean from sweeping you away. For now, you are small. Between 2 and 35 centimeters is the measure of your kind, but your destiny is hidden in that fragile frame. Though small, you carry within you the blueprint of survival that has allowed your ancestors to endure for millions of years. Every curve of your body and every plate of your armor tells a story written long before you existed. You are not just another fish. You are part of an ancient lineage, a delicate guardian of the shallows, entrusted with carrying a legacy that is as fragile as it is remarkable. Your home is never the deep abyss, but the shallows, those places where sunlight filters down and life bursts with color. Coral reefs, seagrass meadows, mangroves, and estuaries are the stage of your existence. Here you blend with swaying plants. Your camouflage, both your shield and your identity. To a passing predator, you are no more than another fragment of the ocean floor, a ghost hidden in plain sight. Across tropical and temperate waters, seahorses like you cling to the living architecture of the sea. You rise and fall with the tide, your tail wrapped tightly to resist the pull of the current. You do not swim well. Instead, you drift with patience, trusting the ocean to carry you only as far as you allow. This is your sanctuary, and in its hidden corners you survive. And yet this world is not permanent. The seagrasses shift, corals grow and crumble, and estuaries change with the rhythm of the seasons. The home that shelters you today may vanish tomorrow, swept away by storm or tide. Still, as a seahorse, you accept the impermanence of your world, adapting with quiet persistence, clinging always to the next safe branch of coral or leaf of seaweed. Hunger is your most faithful companion. Without teeth or stomach, you cannot chew or store your food. Instead, you must feed almost without pause, pulling prey into your snout with a sharp vacuum-like suction. Tiny crustaceans, copepods, amphipods, and shrimp-like creatures become the fuel of your existence. Your patience is your greatest weapon. You wait, motionless, until a cloud of prey drifts by. Then, with the quick snap of your snout, you strike. A meal disappears in the blink of an eye, leaving no trace. In a single day, you may consume thousands of morsels just to survive. The ocean offers abundance, but survival is a race of endless appetite. Each mouthful may be small, but it is vital. You are proof that survival is not always about power or speed. It is about persistence. The rhythm of your life is measured in the quiet moments between meals, in the countless tiny victories that keep you alive. You are fragile, but relentless, feeding not with strength, but with the patience of a creature perfectly shaped for its purpose. When the time for reproduction comes, the order of nature reverses. Unlike almost every other creature on Earth, it is not the female who carries the unborn. It is you, the male. With delicate precision, the female places her eggs into the pouch, On your abdomen, a living cradle where life begins anew. You fertilize them, nurture them, and carry them as your own. Weeks later, you endure the labor of birth, releasing into the sea not one or two, but sometimes hundreds, up to 1,000. Tiny seahorses, each no bigger than a grain of sand. They scatter instantly, independent from the moment they emerge. Only a few will survive the relentless dangers of the ocean, but through them, your line continues. In your fragile frame lies one of the greatest paradoxes of nature, a father who gives birth. In those moments, you embody devotion. For as long as the eggs remain within your pouch, your body nourishes them, protects them, and ensures their chance at life. You sacrifice comfort, you endure strain, and you release them into a world that will not forgive weakness. Yet it is through your sacrifice that your species endures, carried forward on the fragile backs of your children. Life in the shallows is not kind. Larger fish, crabs, and even humans hunt you, and without speed or strength, you cannot fight back. Your only defenses are invisibility and stillness, the art of becoming part of your environment. You curl your tail around coral branches and sway with the current, indistinguishable from the seaweed itself. This camouflage keeps you alive, but it also makes you a prisoner of your own fragility. A sudden storm, a torn patch of seagrass, or the careless touch of human hands can uproot your world entirely. In silence, you cling tighter, hoping the ocean will spare you for another day. Every moment is a calculation, every movement a risk. To live as a seahorse is to accept the balance between visibility and safety, hunger and danger, fragility and endurance. You are not the hunter of the sea, but the survivor, enduring by stillness and silence rather than strength. More than predators, more than storms, the greatest danger you face comes from humans. Around the world, millions of seahorses are taken from their homes each year, sold as souvenirs, displayed in aquariums, or ground into powders for ancient medicines. Their beauty and mystery have become their curse. The destruction of coral reefs and mangroves steals away your sanctuary, leaving fewer places to hide, fewer places to live. Once abundant, your kind is now vulnerable, pushed closer to silence with every passing year. Conservation laws attempt to shield you, but the tide of human desire is difficult to resist, and so you live under a shadow not cast by predators, but by hands that reshape the very sea itself. To survive, your species depends not only on your resilience, but on the choices of those who walk on land. Your future rests in a balance you cannot control, fragile as the sea grasses you cling to. Your life is fragile, fleeting, and hidden, yet it is marked by extraordinary uniqueness. You are a creature of paradoxes, a fish with armor instead of scales, a slow drifter in a world of swift predators, a father who bears children. Each day is a fight for survival, and yet within you lies a quiet resilience that has endured for millions of years. As the currents carry you through the final chapters of your life, your story becomes part of the greater ocean itself. You are more than a seahorse. You are a reminder of how delicate and wondrous life can be, and of how much can be lost if the ocean's mysteries are not protected. To live as a seahorse is to drift between strength and fragility, hidden yet extraordinary, a symbol of the sea's eternal secrets. In the end, your life is not measured by size or power, but by the quiet role you play in the balance of the ocean. You are both vulnerable and essential, a living echo of the sea's ancient wisdom. Your story is a call to remember that even the smallest, most fragile beings carry within them the greatness of survival, adaptation, and mystery. And now that you have lived the fragile yet extraordinary life of a seahorse, tell me, which creature of the animal kingdom would you like to become in our next journey? Leave your choice in the comments. and together we will dive into its mysterious world.